It has been clutched by dying soldiers on battlefields, carried in secret under pain of death, prayed by prisoners in the dark. Kings have credited it for victory. A pope called it the weapon that saved civilization. And yet, most people who hold one have no idea what it really is. This is not just a prayer. This is one of the most dramatic, contested, and world-altering objects in human history. And its story begins somewhere you'd never expect.
Ask most people, when was the Rosary invented? And they'll say, Mary gave it to St. Dominic in the 1200s. A vision, a miracle, done. But historians tell a stranger, older, more complicated story. One that stretches back over 1,500 years. Before Dominic. Before the Catholic Church as we know it. Before Europe. The truth is, the Rosary was not invented. It evolved. Through war, mysticism, illiteracy, and grief. And it began not in a cathedral, but in a desert. It is the 3rd century. Egypt, the Nile Delta. A group of men have walked away from society. No families, no possessions. They live alone in caves and huts, eating almost nothing, sleeping on bare rock. They are called the Desert Fathers, and they are obsessed with one single goal: to pray without ceasing. But how do you track 300 prayers a day when you have no paper, no clock, no calendar? One monk named Paul of Thebes had an answer. He collected 300 pebbles. Every prayer, he tossed one aside. This simple act, counting prayers with physical objects, is the distant ancestor of what you know as the Rosary. It would take centuries to evolve, but the seed was here, in the silence of the desert. Over time, monks replaced pebbles with knotted ropes, then beads. The practice spread from Egypt to Syria to Ireland, carried by mystics and missionaries along the fraying edges of empire. Now jump forward, 1208, southern France. A Spanish priest named Dominic de Guzman is exhausted. He has been preaching for years against the Cathar heresy, a movement that has torn southern France apart. People are leaving the church by the thousands. Communities are fracturing. Violence is coming. And Dominic, by all accounts, is failing. He is sleeping in fields, fasting for days, weeping openly. His biographers say he spent entire nights on his knees, striking the floor with his fists, crying out, "Lord, what will become of sinners?" This is not a saint in triumph. This is a man at the edge of collapse. And then, according to tradition, something happened. In a vision, Mary appeared to him. She didn't give him a new army. She didn't give him political power. She gave him a string of beads and a method of prayer. 15 mysteries. The life of Christ meditated in sequence. Preach this, she said. This is the weapon. Dominic began preaching the Rosary, and something shifted. The conversions began. Like, share, and subscribe for part 2.